Trade relations between the world's two biggest economies are constantly evolving. As China's economic reform deepens, new opportunities emerge for foreign investment. BizTalk speaks to Mr. Steve Van Ender, chairman of U.S. Chamber of Commerce, the world's largest business organization representing the interests of over 3 million companies.
Mr. Van Ender, thanks very much for joining us.
Thank you.
First of all, tell us about American Chamber of Commerce.
American Chamber represents actually 3 million businesses, and they're all really the objective of the U.S. Chamber of Commerce is to promote business, to promote, of course, U.S. business not only in the country and promote business practices in the country, but promote around the world U.S. business as well.
From your record, we know that you make so much effort in pushing forward the development of China-U.S. trade relationship, and you even spoke in the U.S. Congress testimony at those specific tricky moments when China was trying to become a WTO member. What's your thinking behind your support, your efforts?
Well, you know, that was even 12 years ago, but in my own mind, I saw the United States as the largest developed market, but I saw China as the largest developing market, but it's also the largest market in terms of people, the largest market in terms of potential. For me, it was so important for the United States and China to have a good economic relationship with each other that I was very willing to step up and say that before China was even part of WTO. I thought it was extremely important that China became part of a platform that was a global trading system. So everybody understood the trading system and how it worked, and all then were on the same platform. And I thought it was so important for China then to be part of normal trade relations with the U.S. that I was willing to stand up in front of Congress and tell them that's exactly what I.
What do you think of China's investment environment or its?
Well, I think for China, I think they need to continue to look at all options, not just one or the other, but certainly domestic growth is a great way to expand. If you look at the U.S. history, a lot of the GDP growth came out of domestic consumption.
That creates an opportunity for it.
Yeah, and it's a great opportunity. I think you'll continue to expand that way, and you already have, and you've already seen that happen. It will just continue more and more. It takes time, but I look at tremendous potential that way. And so even as if I were an outside business looking in, I'd say there's a tremendous amount of potential in China. I need to figure out how best to compete there.
How the economic cooperation between China and the U.S. has expanded from trade to investment. What's your opinion of the attitude of U.S. business community towards investment from China?
I think you probably will get a little bit of a mixed bag for some people. But I look at investment as all great for the consumer. I mean, ultimately, the end objective is to give your consumer the best possible product and give them the most value for what they're buying.
Chinese investments into the U.S., what areas do you think
My recommendation for somebody coming in is to, if you're going to take a look at investments, invest in something that you have some familiarity with, some knowledge about, some expertise in. Invest in something that can enhance your ability to compete, whether it's actually in that market or whether it's in other markets around the world. That's flow both ways. I like to see investments from U.S. companies go over into other markets, including China, for the same reasons as well.
Thanks very much. Thank you for your time.
Thank you.